Everyday. Okay, so this is Mama's new calf. Okay, she was born some 3 days ago, and she wants to be with her mom. Isn't she cute? I mean, it's actually a he. It's a male calf. So I will not disturb it much. I'll let it be with her, with his mom. So this is the beautiful thing about agriculture and livestock. You can have a mix of both. So you can have cattle, you can have a small farm, and then the manure that you get from the cattle, you can use it. You can use as fertilizer for the farm. You also get milk from the cattle, right? And then you also get babies that you can maybe keep or you can sell. There's a whole lot of things. So it's just production. You keep getting more. The only thing is you have to plan it, right? You need to have a plan as to how you're going to use these different components in your system, right? If you have a good plan, then these things are going to work together and make the system more robust, and the system is going to work properly. But if you don't plan it properly, then things are not going to work, right? It's a beautiful calf. There he's. Come. This calf particularly is very beautiful. I've seen the previous one, the calf that this cow had like a year back. That was a female calf, but this year she's given birth to a male calf. Um, and it's really interesting how they breed here, right? During the summer months, they don't tie up the cattle, so all of them they just let the cattle roam free. So they will just leave them. So these cattle they all come together. They form like a small herd, and then in that herd you'll have the you'll have the cow and also the bulls. So when these cows come into heat during the summer months, one of the bulls, the stronger bulls, will mate with the cows that come into heat. So we don't know which bull mated with this cow during the last summer, but I'm pretty sure that it's probably one of the strongest bulls that is around here. So like that, you can make sure that good genes get selected because there you have other bulls also in that small herd. So these bulls will have to fight for the females that come into heat. So that way, they make sure that only the best genes, the strong genes, uh, get into the gene pool, and only the strongest of the bulls get to mate with the cows. So hi guys, welcome back to the farm. So in this episode we'll show you how we harvest paddy and how we process it and how what we do to separate the paddy from the straw. So that is what is going to be, that is what we're doing. But there's a little bit of a problem. So we started harvesting paddy and it started raining, where it shouldn't be raining when you're harvesting. We thought that it's post monsoon now, so it shouldn't be raining. But unfortunately there's a cyclone in the Arabian Sea and we got a really heavy downpour. So this whole thing is unplanned. So half the field is cut. We harvested the paddy, but then it's all on the field and it rained. So we'll have to now wait for the sun to come back and the whole paddy field to dry. Otherwise the paddy is going to just sit in the water and it's just going to rot, right? So this is what it is, right? You can't plan everything and sometimes things don't go your way, but you just have to deal with it. So this is how you harvest the paddy, right? You use something like this as a sickle and you go as low as you can to the ground and you just cut the plant, right? And the paddy is at the very top of the plant, as you can see here, and all of this would be straw. So you just need to then separate this from the plant and then you have your paddy, right? And so here done harvesting your paddy, what you typically do is you let them dry, right? So you put them in a big heap, right? You make a heap, and you let the straw dry, and also you let the paddy sit there, and it should all be dry, because here you can see there are still some green leaves, so you need all the straw to also be dry, because it's not just the rice, it's not just the paddy that you sell, you also sell the straw. So you make revenue not just from the paddy, but also from the straw. Around here the straw, I think for a bundle is around 30-40 rupees. So if you have like 1 acre of straw, that is a lot of money, right? I mean, it is a little bit of money. So you don't want none of this to go to waste. So you want to make sure that you preserve it, and the only way you can do that is by making sure that they're all dry and there is no water. But because it rained yesterday, we have to make sure that we spread it out and dry it. Okay, so I'm going to show you the next step. The next step is the process where we separate the paddy from the straw. Okay, so what you have to do is you need something like this. You need a tarpaulin. You put a big tarpaulin. This is just a small one, just to show you guys how we do it. But in a real scenario, what they would do is they would have like a big tarpaulin. Okay, the first thing is they clear this area. They make sure that there is no grass and there is nothing growing on it, so that even if there is, if the paddy falls somewhere outside, they can collect it. Okay, so make sure the place is clean, and after that you put a big tarpaulin, and then you need something like this, like a table, right? So a small table like this is a small teapot that was in Mama's house, so I've bought that. So next thing that you do is you take one of these bundles, okay, and then you get behind the table here, okay, and then you start beating it. Okay, as you can see, when I'm doing this, the paddies are all falling on that side. They are all getting separated from the straw, and they are falling on that side. Okay, so that is how you separate it. Okay, so after you've done this, you just want to make sure that you have removed most of the grains from it, most of the paddy from it. Yeah, you will not be able to remove 100% of it from the straw, but you try and remove as much as you can. Okay, so I think I've removed pretty much all of it from this bundle. So after you finish doing it, you put it to the side, and then right, so you take the next bundle, right, and you do the same thing. You repeat the same thing. Right. So the drier the straw, the faster this is going to get separated. So you want to make sure that the straw is very dry. If it is wet, then it will be very hard for you to separate the paddy from the straw. Okay, so I have finally separated the grain from the hay now. This grain will have to now be taken to the mill. So we'll take it to the mill, and it has to be further processed in the mill, where they will, remove the husk, and then you will have the rice. Okay, that rice is further processed. It has to be polished and removed. Some of the the fibery outer shell of the rice has to be polished, and it has to be removed, and then you get the really polished high quality rice that you get in your supermarkets. Okay, but this is the process from growing your paddy in a field to separating the paddy from its straw, and then taking it to the mill, processing there in the mill, and then further processing it to get the different qualities of rice. It is really sad that a lot of farmers who do this don't get paid the kind of money that they deserve, because it's a lot of work, it's a lot of hard labor, and you don't usually get people, and so there's a lot of things involved. But at the end of the day, when they go to sell this in the markets, they get the bare minimum. They get very little money for this, and but then the money that a lot of people spend for rice in the supermarkets is a lot of money they spend, depending on the quality. So it would be great if that money can be directly paid to the farmers. That would be a really amazing thing for these farmers. So hope you guys like the video. If you guys aren't already subscribed, I request you to please subscribe to my channel, and also like my videos. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching, and you guys have a great day. I was just sitting here. There's a snake here. I'll show you the snake. Wow, 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 wow. Woo, 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 woo. Wow, isn't this beautiful, guys? Look at. Wow, I hope you. It was hiding here in somewhere here. I don't know where it was. Wow, isn't that beautiful? I don't know where it came from. Whoo! I hope you guys can see it. Wow. Wow, that's a beautiful snake. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Hope you guys can see it. Hard species to find, but then finding them at this time, during this time of the day, although they are diurnal species, but I wasn't expecting it, right? Wow. Beautiful, beautiful snake, beautiful coloration, beautiful marking on it. I'll show you the snake. See how he's kind of settled down in my hand. See, as soon as you catch the snake, it thinks that you're a predator and you want to eat it. But the moment it realizes that you're not going to eat it, it kind of settles down. See, it's very calm in my hand now. I wouldn't recommend anybody to try this with any species unless you know what species it is. If it was a venomous species, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't handle a snake like this. So if you guys don't know what you're doing, I wouldn't recommend anybody do it. The only reason I'm able to do this is because I know what I'm doing. But I have to say, this is a really beautiful animal, right? Look at the coloration on it. It's got this really beautiful coloration, beautiful yellow markings near the head. I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, I hope you guys can see it. Let's just get out of the way. Beautiful, beautiful markings. And look at the underbelly of the snake. It's beautiful, right? A beautiful eyes. Yeah, they're a non-venomous species. They belong to a family of snakes called the colubrids. So many species that belongs to this family are non-venomous. There are a few exceptions, but most of them are non-venomous. So it's they're pretty safe to pick up if you know what you're doing. But and man, like, beautiful. I just want to make sure that you guys see this animal properly, because it's not every day that you're gonna get one of these. So when you get it, make sure that you see it and enjoy it. I think in one of my earlier videos I did tell you guys that there are a lot of snakes here, and this is just proof for that, right? I don't want to keep this animal in my hand for too long because you know, like you guys know that snakes are you know, they are cold-blooded. You know, they kind of regulate their body temperature depending on the environment. So if I put this animal for too long in my hand, then it's gonna, you know, my temperature is gonna affect this animal. So I want to let it go as soon as I can. Right. Wow, look at that! Isn't that beautiful? But you want to be gentle with this snake. You want to be gentle with any animal for that matter. The gentler you are, the longer it's going to let you work with it. So you just have to be very gentle with it. Make sure that you're not you know, holding it too tight, or you're being very very fast moving with it, right? Try to match its pace. Try to be soft, and you know, see how he has kind of settled down in my hand, right? It's like he's still moving, but that's what snakes do. You guys, I'm sure you guys saw the eyes. These are really round eyes. That shows that this is more of like a diurnal species, right? Round eyes, round pupil. Okay, so I will let him go. I don't want to keep him for too long. Beautiful animal, right? Look at that, look at that, look at that. I just want to show you guys. Look at that. Wow, look at the coloration on that. Isn't that beautiful, beautiful coloration, right? Wow. Wow, look at that. Look at that, look at that snake. He's just kind of staying there. He likes being in my arms, right? No quick movements. Let him move. If he moves, wow. Okay, so I'm gonna let the snake go. Okay, I caught him from here, so I'm gonna just let him go here so that he can just leave, right?